Hello and welcome to Some of My Friends Read Comics. We got Vance.
Welcome to the Rock.
We got Chris.
Hey, in my book, you are the mayor of Whiskey Town.
And I'm Kia. Welcome to the show. Vince, was that Sean Connery?
Yep.
How did you get him to come in and do your intro for you?
we had a little time travel going on, some multiversal, some timey-wimey stuff. This is like a prequel to the Rock. Sean Connery's character is basically playing the main character.
Hold on. We haven't said what we're doing. I jumped the gun. We're doing a book called Out of Alcatraz, which is I didn't write down a year. Shit. It's this year. I think it's from 1962 is when these people escaped from Alcatraz. So I assume this comic is the same year.
And it was written contemporaneously. It's just it's somehow weirdly nominated for an Eisner this year. I don't know how that works.
It's weird that it says the language here doesn't reflect the opinions of the authors, blah, blah, blah. That is from the 1950s or 60s.
Yep. All right. So this is a famous real-life escape from Alcatraz that honestly, I didn't know anything about it. I haven't seen any of the movies based on it. I don't watch any prison escape movies. A heist movie, that's one thing, but a prison escape movie, I don't know. I just don't see a lot of those. I guess it's okay.
There's a Prison Break. You didn't watch all 4 seasons of them breaking out of prison, and then getting back in prison and breaking out again?
Yeah, how long did it take them? Is that all? Is that what happened? They got in and out and in and out.
I think season 2 was them on the run, and then they had to go back into a prison for some reason.
I've seen Trailer Park Boys. Why do I got to watch Prison Break then? Same thing. All right. And so, okay, real life, these people busted out of Alcatraz, and they were never ever found and were assumed dead, like drowned, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And this is like a kind of an imagination of like, what if they survived? How did their story go? Or maybe it's not a what if, maybe it's the real thing written by the survivors. Who knows? We'll never know. Then we kind of see that, and then at the end of this, we're going to read Ultimates number 11. We'll talk about that when we get there. All right, Out of Alcatraz. Did we say the names? Christopher Cantwell and Tyler Crook, who wrote and drew this. Have they done anything?
I don't know Christopher Cantwell, but Tyler Crook made Harrow County that we really liked from a few years back. With Cullen Bunn. He was the artist on that. And he also did The Lonesome Hunters. He did his own book more recently where he wrote and drew it. And I really liked that book as well. So I actually had pretty high hopes for this book. And it was Eisner nominated. And he's actually working with the guy who made Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. They're collaborating on an Archie, some type of Archie book together.
Of course
Archie horror
they
book.
are.
So I'm excited to see Tyler Crook do Archie horror.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Also, worth noting out here, I didn't Google Christopher Cantwell until just this moment here. There are 2 very famous Christopher Cantwells. One is a television producer and comic book writer, and the other is a white nationalist activist convicted of extortion and assault. So,
which one is it?
It's one of those 2. I'll have to dig deeper.
Vince, which one do you endorse?
I'm going to endorse the former, not the.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's the same one that's the comic book writer.
Yeah. What if that guy started writing comics like as a way to like try and like get in the comic industry? You know, like there already is another. I don't know. Never mind. Let's get out of that conversation. So, do we need to know anything else before we like jump into this?
I mean,
that's more than I knew. I didn't realize. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page now. It's like they were not nice to one of these guys. I guess both of the brothers, they're not really nice too.
Yeah.
And Clint Eastwood played Frank Morris in Escape from Alcatraz.
Of course.
And they tried to get him back for The Rock with Sean Connery, but then Eastwood didn't want to do it. And so they made up a new character for Sean Connery to play. But had things gone in a different universe, Clint Eastwood would have reprised his character here, Frank Morris, trying to break back into The Rock to stop Ed Harris.
That would have been cool.
It would have been cool. Hey, if you've got Sean Connery there, Maybe you can, get in his ear and make it happen a little.
Oh, and our president weirdly was like wanting to reopen Alcatraz last year. He went on like a bender where he just kept talking about reopening Alcatraz during a lot of speeches, and it turns out that Escape from Alcatraz was on TV like the night before he started making all these speeches. So
yeah. I mean, that's
that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Well, let's jump into this comic, and I kind of think we need to like start a little bit roundabout and just like talk about like, all right, what is the kind of plan that ends up getting revealed to us, and then we'll talk about how we get there. I think not like a plan, but just like the escape idea here is that there's like 4 guys who are trying to break out of Alcatraz, and when they get out of there, they're gonna meet up with some lady who is gonna take them to like some meetup spot where a plane is going to take them elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to work for 2 years for these people who helped free them. And then they're going to be free up there. That's the idea.
Which is interesting. I didn't realize that that's how prison breakouts were financed. Like you traded years of your working life and it's because you don't have money to help people on the outside.
Right.
So like
it makes sense.
It makes sense. I mean, it's a different way for these people to be highly exploitable people to be exploited, which kind of sucks. Which I didn't realize was a thing, but it makes sense in this world.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's disappointing, but that's how it works. One of the guys, like one of his vents is like stuck and won't open, so he doesn't get to escape with the other 3 guys, I guess. I don't remember if that was in the book or if I looked it up in the Wikipedia page. I don't know.
It's
real, yeah.
It's in the book. All right. The other 3 guys, there's Frank, who's like the main character, I guess, and the 2 brothers, Clarence and John. Except we kind of see a real quick flash of like them escaping in water and waves, blah blah blah. But one of the brothers, John, did not make it. He drowned. And Clarence is like accusing Frank, like, "Oh, you pushed him out of the blah blah blah," all that stuff. And Frank,
down.
Yeah. But we never really find out for sure if Frank like pushed him away or like didn't try to save him or whatever. But he did also like tell the other brother who did survive, like, I fucking pulled you back into the boat. I wasn't gonna push someone else out of the boat, but I don't know.
But so they already are starting off on that kind of like uneasy feet. But like he's clearly like the tough one, and then the brother's kind of like the more meek one. The surviving brothers, kind of like the archetypes that I at least put in my head, because I lost track of names pretty quickly. But there's a more brutal one. But in Mythbusters reality, because they tape out of San Francisco, they tried to figure out how to do this, and like if in that big 2-page spread, like basically they're gonna crash into the rocks at the bottom of the Golden Gate Bridge. Like that's where the currents go. Like that's the theory, is that that's where they crashed and died.
Makes sense.
It's really cold and it's really fast. So,
so they meet up with this lady who we don't learn her name until like the very end of the book, but just kind of this nameless lady, and she is like, oh shit, there's only 2 of you, there's supposed to be 4, and she's like kind of trying to talk to her people, and she's really just kind of a middle person, just trying to like get them to wherever they need to go. And she's like, all right, well, it's supposed to be 4 of you for 2 years. So if it's just 2 of you, then it's gonna have to be 4 years to even it out and like make it 8 years of work total, And they're like, what the fuck? We're basically just like in prison again.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think the book has like the whole money plot. So I'm like, I feel like it's easier to help 2 people escape than 4 people. I don't know why she's got a problem with this, because the book hasn't told you that. So that made more sense as the book went on.
And then after that, basically everyone makes mistakes. Clarence, the meek brother, goes out shopping and like just steals stuff, just because he's a thief and he likes to steal stuff.
He's got a wanted poster. This is like, he goes to like the post office, gets stuff out like the
well,
deposit.
Well, that's the other. That's the
later.
other guy. That's Frank.
Later. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But Frank also is like, he yells at Clarence and is like, "Hey, don't go fucking out there. Your picture's everywhere." But then immediately Frank goes out to a bar and just like starts talking to people. And then some guy is like, "Hey, I saw you and that other guy in the alley. Are you two gay? Oh, you're from L.A. Told you they were queer, all that kind of stuff." And afterwards, Frank like kicks his ass in in an alley and takes his gun and yep. Meanwhile, during all this, the lady had the nameless lady had gone to the gas station, was like on the phone figuring all that stuff out, and the gas station guy's like hitting on her, and he follows her home and tries to rape her. As he's coming up, like driving up, they're like, "Oh shit, hide." Frank is out at the bar beating up that other guy. Clarence hides in the closet, and then comes out trying to save the lady. Then Frank gets home and shoots the guy. So they've got some bodies now.
Also, it's not even really foreshadowing if you've seen the movie Sinners, but the nameless lady goes and gets the safety deposit box and like gets the gun and the money.
Yes, yeah.
And the lady's like, "You like pretending to be one of them." And again, if you haven't seen Sinners, maybe you don't know what she's talking about. Yeah. But if you have seen Sinners, it's very obvious what she's talking about. This is a white passing, but technically black woman.
Yeah. And that comes up through a few little plot points about kind of her getting into this whole mess herself of like, again, just kind of trying to pass as white and not really being able to. The other people that we didn't talk about are there's a U.S. Marshal and an FBI agent who have a romantic love affair going on that they don't want their workplace to know about. Because if you're gay cops, you're probably not going to have a very good career.
Not in Hoover's FBI.
Yeah.
Nope.
Is Hoover had the FBI in 62?
I think so, because I remember Martin Luther King was somebody he was like watching.
Okay,
I would think that would still be.
But they are kind of following this case. They're a little bit of an odd couple where one is like, "I don't want to rock the boat. The official word is that they all drown. Let's just drop it." And the other one is like, "But there's like signs that they survived and the raft's washed up and all that kind of stuff. And there's a stolen car." So they're kind of following this, and we see their story, and they're kind of tracking things along the way. And also at the end of the first issue, we see that the other brother, the angry brother, John, is not dead. He's angry. Uh-oh.
He's pretty mad at everybody.
Yeah, he's like, well, shit. My questions at the moment, like going into issue 2, are like, why does it feel like there's a cover-up going on, like about this whole thing? You know what I mean? Like, why are they like, we gotta like, are they trying to quell panic and be like, no, these people didn't escape? Like something feels off about that to me. And the other part that I was thinking is that I kind of I also didn't realize how much of a true story this was based on. I kind of want to know why were they in prison? I don't know. We never talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's jump into final thoughts. That's where my thoughts were these days.
I was just like, it's a good crime book. I'm having a hard time telling the difference between people because their haircuts are all very similar.
Really?
I thought
I don't think it's hard.
No, every blonde guy is the same guy.
The only ones that are even kind of the same are the Marshall and the softer dumb guy.
Yeah.
Which honestly made some of the ending scenes kind of difficult. I'll tell you.
But I'm board. I'm on board right now.
I'm also on board. Yeah.
We've got a woman with the past. We've got two criminals who don't really want to be together, but they're also going to do criminal things. And now the big, heavy, mean brother is about to show up. Like, it sounds good. I'm on board.
Yeah, that's such a good last page, because the way he says that, like the actual line. I had a funnier line, but the line where he's just like, believe it or not, I dropped my wallet in the fucking ocean. And he's like, no shit, how so? Fishing trip. Catch anything? Nope. Had a couple get away from me though. 2 slippery ones. Got half of mine to go back for them. You're like, oh shit. They did me real wrong. Like, this guy is no good.
Whoa. Now, is it real wrong like REEL?
No, he's not making a fishing
like real bit fish.
Okay.
If the bartender had made that joke, he'd be like, I'm murdering you right now. Because he murders a lot of people in this book.
Yeah, he does.
Which I think, unless did the Clint Eastwood character, I doubt the Clint Eastwood character ever murdered anybody. The other 2 guys were just robbers. And most of it was just like, they said they had a toy gun one time. So they were not like, murderers, Kia, if that's what you were worried about.
I was worried because what if they are still out on the loose? No, I also saw that they're like the warrants for their arrest technically expire in like 2026 because that's when they'll all have turned 100. So we don't have too much to worry about. Like, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, so Frank Morris just had he had armed robbery and grand larceny. He escaped from another prison, which I assume I haven't seen the Clint Eastwood movie, but I assume they talked about. And so it's just like he is like uncommonly smart is kind of what they say about him in like this Wikipedia page. But he's just like a career criminal. Like he just keeps stealing shit. And they do, I mean, the girl whose name we don't know is like, this is what you do. Like all you do is steal shit and escape from things.
Yeah. A good job.
The gentleman's criminal.
Yeah.
Someone we can get behind.
Yeah, unlike the Mean Brother, as we're about to find out in issue 2.
He's a killer. So on to issue 2, they start to get out of there. Basically, they clean up. The brother's following their tracks, and he's like, "Oh, it smells like bleach in here. Seems like I wasn't the only person you were trying to kill, you asshole," or whatever. The brother jumps on a train, follows him up north. He sees a boxcar hobo. And he's like, tells him his whole story, and then he murders him. Frank, up in this new spot, wherever they've landed, somewhere further up north, Frank goes to the post office and buys some stamps right after staring at his wanted poster. And he goes and buys some stamps, and some old cattle rancher is at the post office, and he sees him there. And like, I don't know, they don't talk about how much. Part of me is like, it seems like Frank just kind of wanted to make shit a little more interesting and like have somebody see him,
Like he sees his own poster and just goes in.
Yeah. And when he gets to the counter, he doesn't even know what he's doing there. He's like, I guess I'll take some stamps.
Maybe he was trying to scout out to see like, how bad is it? Are people like looking around for me at all? Are people worried?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I just kind of just hang out and be inconspicuous? I'm not like the blonde dude that's got the same haircut as everybody else, but
yeah, Kia, you glossed over that. Then there's a big gay sex scene here.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Which one?
The reveal that the U.S. Marshal and the FBI agent, because they have like a big fight in front of everybody where they're like, and I say he's dead and this case is closed.
Right.
They're definitely using this as their like Brokeback Mountain ranch trip every year.
Yes, and then they have their heated rivalry moment where they go to each other's hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that in the first issue there. Like, you want me to come visit? Let's check out the crime over there. And like, well, I kind of want you to come visit the crime. They're having a good time. But they're pretty good detectives. They're following up on everything.
They're following up.
So this old cattle rancher from the post office shows up, and he is going to blackmail everyone into working for him. And we'll just go straight into issue 3 where he. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
The other part of before issue 3 is that the brother explains to a hobo because he's catching up with them, like what's going on. And the hobo's like, "Oh, you sure are nice to trust me about this." And he's like, "Well, yeah, but you already saw my face, so."
Yeah, I gotta kill him. Chokes him to death, throws him off the train.
He's like you said, you're a bum. You're a nobody. And he's like, "Hey, now." And he's like, "Nobody." And then just strangles him to death and throws him off the train. And you're like, "Oh, okay."
Who's the hobo going to tell? He's not going to tell anybody.
Right? Like, the hobo's going to show up and be like, "Oh, I heard this guy say he escaped from Alcatraz yesterday." And you're like, "Oh, okay, we'll get right on that."
Yeah.
Where'd you see him hours ago on the train? He could be fucking anywhere. Like, I don't know how far back on the train was. I was drunk. He seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah. Honestly, he didn't seem concerned that this guy busted out of Alcatraz at all. He just still wanted to be his friend.
They're an ACAB world. Like, I mean, like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, hobos famously pretty ACAB.
I mean, but I guess, like, I'm thinking about, like, even the cops were like, do we really need to go after this Frank guy? Like, he's not really that violent of a criminal. Like, who cares? Like, we could just let him go right now. Like, it's a lot of manpower to go hunt him down. But now they got bodies in their wake, so.
Yep.
Yeah, got to go hunt him down.
Yeah. Well, and then they, the start of issue 3 is they talk to the asshole guy from issue 1 that got his ass kicked.
Yeah, I didn't write down a lot of that stuff in my notes, but they like basically everyone who gets their ass kicked gets followed up with by the cops, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
But that guy who got his ass kicked did not want to admit that he got beat up by somebody from Alcatraz.
Yeah, he lies and says a black guy beat him up. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
He's like, wow, all right. I'm like, why would you be afraid of admitting that
Did
it
he
was
say
an
they
escape?
were queer before?
Oh, is that why he didn't want to get beat up by a queer?
He did.
That's what it was.
Yeah. But then the bartender's like, I did see one of these guys.
Yeah, it was not like the guy who beat him up. It was like the other brother who came by afterwards looking for him.
Yeah, the guy who had the fishing story.
Yeah, fishing story. All right, so then this cattle rancher tells the others about his plan, where he's got this young wife who wants to divorce him and leave, but he doesn't want that because then he'll lose the land that her family owns. So he just wants them to kill her instead. And they're like, this is fucked up. And a lot of this issue was kind of them having a little bit of a moral debate about it. And Miriam's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't know who. We don't know her name yet.
Miriam,
the unnamed
who's
lady.
That?
She. Did I get the name right? I haven't read it.
I think so. Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yes.
But she goes and bashes the other lady's head in with a rock, and we're like, oh, geez, she killed her. But then the other brother finds that cattle rancher, and it was like, hey, tell me where your friends went. And
he kills a
sets fire to
hitchhiker,
the
or not a
place.
hitchhiker, but he kills a guy who picks up him as a hitchhiker.
Yes.
Steals his car.
Yeah.
And then goes to the cattle rancher's house.
While keeping the dead body stuffed in the passenger's seat, like down in the foot space.
Yeah, he's fucking nuts.
Like, just get rid of that body.
But it's, and the FBI guys do point out that it's just like, yeah, the pressure of this is what's causing this. Because this guy's like, well, I'm dead. Like, everyone says I'm dead. Like, if I get caught, I'm dead. So, like, fuck it, basically, is this guy's attitude. And so he's just like, okay, I can do whatever I want. I'm a ghost now. And so he breaks into this guy's house, and then he's at the fireplace when that guy is just like doesn't know he's there, just like goes into his like living room, and he's just there with a poker, and he's like, yeah, you got to stoke the fire or it's liable to get real cold in here, and then hits him with the burning poker in the knee.
Tough way to go.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Somebody that's had knee surgery. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? They just told me to sit down.
Yeah, this guy's mean. So back with the
He doesn't
others.
want anybody have a basketball career.
All right, back with the others here. I guess it's on to issue 4 now. They did not kill Rose. They just bashed her head in with a rock so they could knock her out. They clean her up a little bit. And they kind of talk to her to figure out, decide what they're gonna do. And she's like, oh, please don't send me back to him. He like forces himself on me, and like he's terrible, blah blah blah. Frank and unnamed lady are like filling up on gas, and Clarence, the Meek brother, is watching the girl. And Clarence is kind of weird too. He's like looking at her, like, I could take you wherever you want to go. And she just kind of looks at him and breaks a bottle over his head and runs away.
Yeah, he's dumb.
He's dumb. And the others kind of like shoot a gun, catch up to her, and she's like, oh, I can't go back. And they tell her, just like drive off, just like run away from him, just go start a new life for yourself. The cops, the kind of dreamer cop has been talking to the other cop. I call them cops, but there's a marshal and an FBI agent, right? The FBI agent is the dreamer and is like, hey, let's move away together, somewhere quiet. We don't got to deal with any of the office politics, whatever. And they kind of do agree, like on this like trip investigating this murder. The other cop has been liking it, and he's like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's move away. So they're having a nice little thing, and it did make me feel like they were gonna die because things were going too well for them.
It's typically how you do it. You give them like, oh, look, they're gonna ride off. No, they're not. They're gonna die.
They do find the pickup truck and then the burning house of the rancher guy.
Yep.
With him in it.
Yep. And then the crazy brother John finds the group and he says he's in charge now.
Get in, losers. We're going honking.
So on issue 5 here, Rose, instead of running away, she went back to her terrible rancher husband and saw the burning house.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right here though. I don't. Sure. I didn't realize this was a 6-issue miniseries. I thought it was just like a OGN, like original, like a full graphic novel.
Chapter 5 issues.
Yeah, is it 5 issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This issue, chapter 5, starts with the mystery girl having narration. There's been no narration through this entire book. I don't like when like a limited series just introduces like a different format for telling a story for one chapter.
It's not hers though.
It's not hers.
Is it not?
It's one of the cops.
No. Oh, is it?
It's the cop's final report.
You see him writing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's the only final report. It's only there for the first 2 pages. Okay. I thought.
No, it's there. It's there throughout most of this issue.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he throws his report away at the end. Spoiler alert. Okay. But yes, so it's explaining what happened, that she came back. She sees her thing on fire. She lies, and then the blonde, like handsome one that looks like the soft brother is like, "I'll get you deported." And she's like, "I'm from America." And he's like, "Yeah, well."
Yeah, that was. I didn't like that. Maybe this was written by the other Christopher Cantwell. I don't know. I didn't feel good about that.
This one issue.
That's why it has the different narration.
It is just the handsome guy being like the bad cop, of being like, "Look, man, like I get it, but I can also make your life much worse if you don't just cooperate."
Yeah. Meanwhile, the crazy brother is making Frank and the unnamed lady dig their own graves because he's going to kill them. And Clarence is like, "Hey, we don't do that. We don't have to do that." And he's like, "What the fuck? Are you in love with her? This guy tried to kill me. What are you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. You know. And John makes them kneel at their new grave, and he's preparing to execute them. And like tells Clarence, like, "Go wait in the car." And Clarence, sitting in the car, decides to go run his brother over and ram him with the car. And he happens to do that right as these agents arrive, the cops arrive. And so they're like, "Holy shit," and they start shooting. And then Clarence is like, "Ah," and he drives the truck straight into their car. But they're like, kind of jump away from the car, so they're okay. And then Frank starts shooting, and he shoots the blonde cop. But don't worry, he's still okay. And then they're running away. He's trying to carry Clarence's body out of the car, and Clarence is all bloody and almost dead. And then Frank gets shot as they're going away, and everyone's kind of bleeding, bloody. They get in the boat, and they're trying to like go away on a boat to the meetup spot. And the agents go to Miriam, and they make Miriam. Oh, she tells her name to Frank while they're leaning. I skipped over that. Like in their last moment, like, "What's your name?" "Miriam." "Hey."
And we also learned in the 4th issue that she was doing this because she got basically a criminal record from lying on a mortgage application saying she was white, so that they charged her with a crime for that. And then that's why she works for these like shady characters. And that's why my quote was from, being mayor of Whiskey Town. I'm like, "We just live here," because they're in like a gold rush town that's about to be destroyed.
Yep. I like when the cops are like coming out at Miriam, and what do they say? Like, "Don't go anywhere. What are you doing?" She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm just fucking like tied up and kneeling here. Like, I'm not going anywhere." But they lead them. Miriam leads them to the spot, and we see the 2 guys on the boat. And Frank is kind of telling Clarence, like, "You're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're going." And like, "Oh, we made it." But they're both just kind of bleeding too bad, and they both are dead as the boat arrives at the shore. And Miriam and the cops get there. They see the plane flying overhead that is going to pick them up. And Miriam kind of explains what the deal is. That that the plane's going to take them up north where they're going to work for a couple years and then be free. And the two cops kind of think about that, like, just go up north and then be free, huh? And I was like, well, that plane's expecting two people that she's supposed to get paid $1,000 for. So these two cops are like, you know what? Fuck it. Just quit everything and just take their place. We're gonna go up north. We're gonna live away from all this shit. So that's what they do.
Some probably crazy mob boss for 2 years.
Yeah,
probably.
But a Canadian mob boss, so he'll be more polite than a regular one.
Yeah. And Miriam drives as far north as she can until there's no more road. And then up in the plane, that's when you see the marshal writing his final report of this whole thing, and then he cuts it up, dumps it in the ocean. Hey, yeah, I like this a lot. It was cool.
Yeah.
Vince?
I honestly didn't like it that much. I don't know why. I've been reading a lot. I don't know if I've been reading a lot of like Brubaker Criminal, but like this just didn't hit the right notes for me. For whatever reason, they just like
interesting.
It didn't satisfy me as like a crime caper, and I'm not sure why.
Oh.
Well, now I want to think about this. Chris, you go though.
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I liked all the twists of it. Like the first issue I thought was like basically a perfect first issue with the reveal that the mean brother was alive. The reveal at the end of the second issue of like, oh, now you're gonna work for this like shitty ranch guy. Like it was consistently like surprising and like a good like trashy noir kind of vibe. I really enjoyed it.
I'm trying to think of why Vince. Like the whole time I was reading this, I was like, "Yeah, this is a Vince book."
Yeah, and it seems like on paper, but for whatever reason, it just did not grab me. And I honestly, I was like feeling bad, like coming into this recording. I'm like, "Oh man, I set up the guys for a book that's not that good." So like I'm happy to hear that y'all liked it a lot because I've been feeling guilty about it for like the last week.
No, I love the art. I mean, I know you were complaining about the faces, but it's so expressive. Like,
like I've got a few problems with it, but like it's still overall really good.
I think I had such high expectations, maybe because I love Tyler Crook. Like it's such a high level that like when he didn't hit that super high level I was expecting. For me,
I wonder what might be missing from you is maybe some kind of a more overarching like feel of a plot almost. Like there's not much. That's maybe not the right way to describe it, but it's very like following a beat by beat kind of thing. And what am I trying to say?
I don't know. I've been reading a lot of like rereading Brubaker's like Criminal again, which is fantastic as well. And so it's like hitting the same like twists and turns, like, you know, we did this thing, but then somehow we got roped into something even worse and got roped into something even worse over and over again. Like it's hitting all those notes. It didn't work for me this time, but it's interesting. I'm glad you guys really liked it though.
Yeah, so. I'm gonna keep thinking about why. Well, we're gonna see. Yeah. I'm gonna dissect this.
Yeah, it looks like Christopher Cantwell also made like *Halt and Catch Fire*, according to the back of the book, which was like I think like a AMC show back in the day.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So good job, Eisners. Way to
good job.
Good. Now, Vince, you loved the other book we read today.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna
Ultimates 11
sing its praises, not just the last page of it. It's not just 20 pages of wasting your time.
We are 2 issues away from this thing. We are in the final 3 issues of this book, and I am baffled by the pacing of this book. I think
weird.
It just, I don't need to see Tim Roth alien talk to this person for 20 pages.
Well, I've got a lot to say about this.
All right.
Do you? Okay.
I'm like not a lot. I don't have a lot to say. It's gonna be fast. All right. Let's just go through the plot here. Are these Skrulls? Or there's aliens of some sort?
This is the Chitauri. This is what's in the Avengers movie.
I don't remember. All right. The Chitauri have taken over. The Wasp is at the base or whatever, and she goes little, but this dude just like plucks her out of the air immediately after she turns little somehow, and capture her in a tube, and of course she's naked the whole time in that tube.
That's right.
And also they're Nazis. That's right. And he starts talking about how they're in charge now, and they've been working on this since the dawn of time. Blah blah blah. But they don't want to kill people anymore, like back when they were Nazis the first time. They just want to control thought. They want to do things differently this time. And Janet's like, why are y'all German? Why do y'all use these German names? I'm like, those are the German people that we ate so that we could turn into them. Guess who I'm gonna eat next? But then all the ships just start showing up in Earth's orbit, like all visible. And one of the aliens was like, hey, I thought, well, turn on the cloaking. Everyone can see you. And the alien's like, it doesn't matter. Forget all that other premise you spent the whole first 20 pages of this issue explaining. We're not doing any of that anymore. Let's just blow up the world and get out of here. Cool.
Because
they're like,
they say like cool like spy things like we didn't actually have to like infiltrate that many roles because like once people like start distrusting and they spies just take orders from whoever, so like it's totally fine. There's only like 20 of us running the whole thing. We're not there's like thousands of us, and then 2 pages later, yeah, it's like actually it's just a full scale non-cloaked alien invasion. Like, who gives a shit?
And also the world is like, oh my god, aliens. Well, the aliens are figuring out how to destroy everything. And then at the end of the issue, they're about to hit the button that destroys the solar system, but the Ultimates show up and everyone's here. We got Cap, we got Thor, we got Hawkeye, we got Nick Fury, we got Black Widow, and then Iron Man's at the back, kind of facing the other way. And then Captain America's running around blocking gunfire, and he says, Tony, open me up a frequency that goes to everyone in the Army and the Marine and the Navy and the Air Force. You're all getting orders from aliens. Ignore them and pick up a weapon. Your country needs you. And that's the end.
Your country.
Yep.
Not the whole planet, not the whole solar system.
No. Just America.
Just your country needs you.
I mean,
Independence Day has that too.
Man, yeah. Like, you didn't tell Iron Man to put him through to like China.
Is it an Independence Day where they're like, oh, we're getting a message from the Americans, and everybody is like, oh, it's about bloody time. Like, thank God we were just holding our dicks in our hands until waiting for the Americans to tell us what to do because we're stupid.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. Honestly, though, after the like a big explosion of the world, when they do show the panel of like the Ultimates, like all there, I'm like, all right, let's fucking go. I did that. That actually did work for me.
It is cool, but it's just like, why isn't it on page 5?
Well, it's also like
3 issues ago.
It's like I'm glad we finally have like a villain to fight against, but this is our first time seeing the villain, and like he changed his mind about what they're doing halfway through the issue because it was like, well, I kind of set up this whole espionage thing that they were doing, but it really like none of that mattered at all, and we wasted so much time on it.
It's a lot of wasting of time. I'm gonna probably say something incendiary here, but like I've been reading the Ultimate Spider-Man from 2024. It's like a 2-year-long run of the Ultimate Universe, and it's like a whatever. Like people love it. I'm reading it. I've been reading it really fast. I'm like on issue 16. I started like yesterday. It's really fun. It's really fast, but every issue individually sucks. Like it's like 2 scenes, and I'm like in the collective. A lot of fun. It's pretty much giving me the exact same feeling this Ultimates did, where I'm like, oh wow, I sat down, I read like 13 issues all in one go, and it was fun. But like issue to issue, like I would not have paid $5 for any single issue of that book. I'm glad it's done now so I can read it all in one go, because like otherwise I'd be like, this is super unsatisfying. But it is a good book, like collectively, and I feel this exact same way about Ultimates. I'm like, I don't know how people read this monthly. And we were reading, and we were reading Ultimates too. I did read that one live, and there was like 1 issue a year, so at one point.
I mean, like Mark Millar is truly like, a credit to his friends, like dragging him to a career that like working with Grant Morrison and Warren Ellis, they like convinced comics reading public that he could write a comic book. It's incredible. He's the worst. He sucks so bad on his own.
Yeah, now I'm curious to go back and read The Authority, because I remember really liking The Authority way back then.
But But that's Warren Ellis started all that, so I bet it starts pretty good. Yeah. And then if he's giving him notes or something, I bet it's not as bad.
Fair, yeah.
But like, I did not like Kick-Ass, but I remember liking the Kick-Ass movie, and I did not like the Kingsman book, but I liked the Kingsman movie. But I didn't like the Wanted book.
Even Superman Red Sun, like the first issue or two felt like a Grant Morrison idea, and then like the last 3 issues were dog shit. So it's just like when he has like notes from someone good, he can like kind of outline for a while, and then with something like this, you're like, this is paced like a moron wrote it. Yeah. I don't understand.
Well, anything else to say about the Ultimates? We're almost done. We got 2 more issues. You know, we're gonna
for 5 issues. I know, but it's gonna pick up around issue 11, and here we are.
It picked up in a way.
It's better now.
It is better. It's like it's stupid. It's still stupid and dumb, and I hate it. But it's like, you know, stuff's happening.
It's also it's really misogynist.
Yeah, it is.
Like Wasp is completely useless. She is in 1 page.
And she's naked the whole time.
Yeah, she shrinks down to try to fight them. She is in 1 page captured and put in a tube naked so that they can just talk to her the rest of the issue.
She's just an exposition receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's the misogynist part, that it's like, don't worry, she's still sexy and naked.
We've got a female character in here. She's got the most lines of anybody in this entire, but no, she's just an exposition receiver. Like,
yeah,
it's not great. Good.
All right, well, we'll go on to number 12 next time, and we'll see what happens there. And then for our main read, boy, everybody's talking about all the crazy comic book news these days. You got universes changing, the MCU, Doom, everyone's colliding over there.
Multiversal incursions, yeah.
Multiversals. What else is you know,
Avengers,
all that
Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars is coming out.
A new Spider-Man changing and stuff. So we wanted to do something Secret Wars related, right? There's been so many. We've already done the original Secret Wars.
And Secret Wars 2, where Spider-Man taught the Beyonder how to pee and poop.
And poop, that's the important.
And then, oh God, I forgot. Wow, they were so different. So we were thinking of going on to the 2015 Secret Wars. There was another one we didn't do from like 2005 or something. We're not worried about that one. The 2015 one was another big old universe-changing event where they like killed off the Ultimate Universe and stuff. So we thought about reading that, but we're like, but there's like, you know, there's all little things like whose universe are we can't focus on the main story because it's kind of like weird and all over the place. Should we just focus on one of the little worlds? But then that's gonna have too much continuity. So we're saying fuck it. We're gonna read WeirdWorld 1 through 5, which was technically a tie-in with all this shit, but we don't care. It's kind of separate. It's just happening. It's by Jason Aaron.
The trade dress says Secret Wars. WeirdWorld. WeirdWorld is 1 word, by the way, if you're trying to search for it.
WeirdWorld, 1 word. 1 world?
1 word, 1 weird world, yeah.
1 weird word.
Oh, man, I feel like we're doing theater kid warm-ups again.
One like, 1 prayer.
By Jason Aaron. Yeah. Famous for comic books. And Mike, yes, friend of the show. Mike Del Mundo. Who have we done anything?
I've never
with Mike?
No.
Nope. Didn't he do? No, he didn't. I don't know, but his art has a nice painterly kind of style to it, which I remember being into. I read this forever ago and I liked it, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it's all about. But we're gonna be in WeirdWorld 1 word. So check us out for that. Vince, what do you got to plug? No, wait, backwards. I always do Chris first.
Yeah,
so
Chris
the plug section has meaning. Yeah, Chris, what's the plug?
I would say I don't have anything, but it's been so long. What? I do have. We did Carnosaur, I believe, the last episode that came out. We did the Rival episode from 1993. It was Carnosaur was on Steven Spielberg's worst of 1993 list, so we did Siskel's worst of 1993, Cop and a Half with Burt Reynolds and some child.
I went to go see that for my friend's 2nd grade birthday. It's directed by Henry Winkler.
It is directed by Henry Winkler. We talked about it. It's the
Wait, hold
second
on.
and last movie he ever directed.
Vince, what theater is still showing that, and why are you friends with a second grader?
No, it was friend of the show Archie. It was his second grade birthday, and we went to go see it. I went to go see
What-
The Sandlot for my second grade birthday. and then,
What did you think in second grade of Cop and a Half?
I thought it was funny because the kid was funny and he wisecracked, and then Burt Reynolds was like harumph harumph harumph. So
I mean,
Um,
yeah, that's basically the plot of the movie. Yes.
it's probably, I haven't seen it and I haven't listened to your episode. It's probably like like how 90s movies would just go like weirdly extra violent on these movies.
It is like this. The scene you couldn't do today isn't anything with the villains. It's the scene where Burt Reynolds forgets a child is in his house and sneaks up on the kid in the kitchen with a loaded gun because he hears someone and almost shoots a child.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh boy. All right, Vince, what's your plug?
So what I have to plug is I've been on a few episodes recently of Games My Mom Found and Super Switch Heads. I was talking about Nintendo Switch Online on Super Switch Heads, talking about like Mario Golf and Star Fox Adventures and fun stuff like that. And then I was on Games My Mom Found to talk about Disney Infinity. And I'm not sure if it's out yet. I don't remember.
So wait, what was that? What was that first one you were plugging?
Super Switch Heads. I was on Super Switch Heads. I don't even know what episode now. This is a terrible plug. But I was on Super. Yeah,
I don't know this show. I know Games My Mom Found.
Super Switch Heads. It's a weekly Nintendo podcast. They actually cover like a lot of cool things. They've had like real cool people. It's a weekly podcast. They have like a news segment, and then they have like a main like topic that they cover. And my episode, it was about a month ago, was around covering what games should be on Nintendo Switch Online that are not specifically published by Nintendo. So we talked about, of course, Diddy Kong Racing, friend of the show. That's still not on there. We talked about actually some Wario Land games that weren't on there but now are. And then we just talked about just a lot of cool video games. It's fun to flex my Nintendo muscles a lot. So that's a good show. I was in a July episode, so you can go check that out. And then I was on Games My Mom Found covering Disney Infinity 3.0, which is one of my favorite games. And that was just like a ton of fun. Oh, and Tinykin, that was the other one that we covered, which is kind of like a Pikmin platformer. It's kind of like Banjo-Kazooie, but you have little Pikmin you run around with. It's always like $6 on the eShop or on Steam, so go check that out. But you can check that out on Games My Mom Found. Chris has been on that show a ton of times. Yeah. So Kia, do you got anything to say?
You say a ton. You've been on more than me.
Oh, I'm on there like once a month now. I'm about to start playing Ghost. I'm about to start playing Ghost Trick to record that for an October episode.
I'm curious about that game.
That game's
like
great.
I was on what 8 episodes talking about the Sandman, but other than that, I've only been on like 3 or 4 other episodes.
We had a great
I got a
Street episode.
I usually do Chris's plug section first because he has plugs and he legitimizes the section, but you like really failed me this time, and Vince actually has the plugs,
hey,
and I
Cop
should
and
not
a Half
have
failed.
You know. Well, okay, you did technically have a plug, but compared to all the plugs that Vince just had, I really made a big error jumping away from Vince to let you do your plugs first. So, I just want to say...
You can check out my blog, The Pouch Files.
The Pouch Files? Is that about
90s,
kangaroos?
No, it's about 90s comics. Last post, December 21st, 2016. So we're coming up on 10 years since I posted there, but all the posts are still there. You can read them.
The Pouch Files.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'll check it out. No, I got.
Chris is like, how did they suddenly get 3 hits? You and Kia.
Yeah. No, I got another plug. We're gonna end the show here. Vince, I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Chris, I love you.
In my opinion, you are the mayor of Whiskey Town.
That's great. I wasn't even drinking whiskey tonight. I only had a couple of beers, so I'm the mayor of Beer Town tonight. Listener, we love you as well. Thank you for listening.
Listener, you're the mayor of Beer Town.
Wait. I'm not mayor anymore?
I'm the mayor of East Town.
No, the listener is.
The listener is? All of them?
Yep, collectively, it's like a council kind of thing, but they call themselves the mayor. It's a really weird executive branch over in Beer Town. They're kind of drunk.
That makes sense. All right. Is Whiskey Town near Beard? Okay, we'll figure this out another time. Everybody, we love you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
You hit whiskey before beer, and then you're in the clear.
Exactly. It's on the way.
If you hit beer before whiskey, then somehow you got to your destination and turned around. I don't know how you did that. All right. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye.